Yo, what's going on, guys? In this video, we're going to showcase all the new shard cards added to the game. FragPunk releases on March 6th. I want to give a big shout out to developers for allowing me early access once again. They are goated. I appreciate you guys so much. So we're going to check out all the new cards and look at the videos if there are any for them. Scrolling down. So we're going to start from shard point high to low. The strongest cards in the game. Let's see any new ones. So starting out with Infernal Hounds. A fiery hound follows you, attacking nearby enemies. So let's check out this. Ooh, look at the little hound. So he spots an enemy. He's running. Pounces, and then there is a melee effect around the body now. It's going to be a very strong card. Next we have King of Eggs. Remain crouched for 10 seconds to lay an egg that can be eaten to regain HP. So he crouches. Let's see how much HP he regains from this. So it's looking like it's 50 HP regained from the egg. Return to Cinder. When damaged for the first time, enemies are teleported to their spawn point. It's going to be a very, very strong card on offense. Shoots him. And he's teleported back to spawn. Next we have Vampire Knight. Gain vampire power. The power evolves after the team deals enough damage. Vampire power. Increase your max HP and gain lifesteal. Evolve. Once your team deals 200 damage, unlock slow HP regeneration. See the HP bar? And he has 15 extra HP. Lifesteal as you're shooting them. For the next card, we have Dullahans. Allied heads become invulnerable flames. Wow, look at that green effect. So I'm pretty sure completely invulnerable, no damage whatsoever. I mean, this is immediately one of the strongest cards in the game. Nullifying all headshot damage. Next we have Equipment Supply. +1, all weapons gain 1 more use. So yeah, just basically gives you a free weapon. It's going to be pretty useful. Next we have TikTok. After 1 minute, disable all target sites. Converters can no longer be planted. So if you're on the defending team, this is going to be a very, very strong card. Just got to hold out for 1 minute. So he's killed, and for 5 seconds, you're invulnerable and you can move around. Gonna be a very, very strong card. A second life. Next we have Backup Weapon. You can equip another primary weapon to your secondary weapon slot. This is gonna be very good for sniper players. It's gonna basically have overkill. You can run a sniper SMG or sniper AR. This is definitely gonna be a strong card. You can run a shotgun in your back pocket. Next we have Let Them Hear You. The louder, the faster. Increase movement speed while using voice chat? I don't know how that's gonna work. That's pretty funny. Basically, they're trying to force you to talk to your teammates, you know, in your ranked games. Alright, next we have Small Heads. Allied heads are smaller. So yeah, this is gonna be strong. Gonna be harder to get hit with headshots. Next we have Pull the Plug. Disable all Shaw cards this round. Yeah, this is immediately S tier also because it just directly counters every card in the game. Next we have Whetstone. Melee hits to anyone including allies regain HP. Ooh, let's see how this is. Another way to regain HP within the round. Pretty decent rate also. Don't think it will take you that long to get to full HP. Next we have Lifesaver. So once you die, teammates can be revived once. Each dead teammate leaves a soul core behind. Interact with these cores to revive them. Enemies can also destroy these cores, so it can be countered if you are not quick enough to revive. So let's see how this looks. So enemy kills my teammate, go to revive him. Doesn't take that long. Has the animation, and boom, full HP, revived. Next we have Misfire. Every 5 seconds, a random enemy is forced to use their trigger key / button. So basically allowing you to know where the enemy is. Oh, it's like a wind up also. It's going to be really good for offense, knowing where the defenders are, or for defense, knowing where the attackers are pushing. Next, we have efficient conversion. Once planted, time to converted completion minus 20 seconds. So this is going to be good for offense, making the round a little bit easier for you post-plant. Next card, Morale Booster. After planting, replenish all allies' HP and skill uses to max. This is going to be a very strong card. You can use your utility to enter the site, and then you plant the bomb, and you have your utility also to defend. Very strong for offense. Smoke Shield. Increase your max HP by staying in smoke. Ooh, another way to get HP. Let's see how much HP you'll be able to have over health. 5, 10, 15. So 15 extra HP by staying in smoke. Next we have the Fragile Converter, which is a very cool card that got teased. The converter has 1500 HP, but it's destructible. If the converter is destroyed after it's planted, the defenders win. So you automatically win if you destroy the bomb on defense. One clip. 2. Now he's going over to the bomb. Let's see. Apparently he's going to win the round instantly. And there you go. The bomb is destroyed. Next, I have Alert. Sense nearby enemies. Triggers after not taking damage for a while. Let's see. What is the range on this? Oh, enemies detected. Where is he? Wow. So basically got intel on someone hiding in the corner. Intel he never would have had before. Pretty good card. Next, you have Super Jump. Your jumps become super. Perform a super jump. Use the corresponding button to toggle the super jump ability. Upon landing, a large shockwave will knock down and disarm nearby enemies. Let's check this out. It says it will knock down and disarm enemies. Wow, that's a very good leap. And they're knockdowns. Activates it. It takes a while to ramp up. Boom. He falls to the ground. So you basically get a free kill if you land this correctly. Next, we have Airborne Justice. Higher fire rate and reload speed while in midair. Wow. So if you're in midair, you're going to get a very good boost to your weapons. Next, we have Band-Aid Solution. Regain a small amount of HP. Triggers when taking damage. So you just get a bit of HP. Doesn't tell us how much HP, but maybe it's going to be something like 15 to 30. Next, we have Piercing Bullet. Bullets can go through walls once. So we have FMJ in the game. This is going to be very strong for LMGs. Oh, I can already see it on this map. Spamming through this wall with the LMG. Going to be a very, very strong card for defense. Next, we have Bad Knees. Enemies take fall damage. The farther they fall, the more damage they take. Weapon ban. Ban a random enemy primary weapon of each type. So it's just going to ban one random weapon of each category. Next, we have Painful Motivation. Bullets can damage allies, but increase their movement speed and fire rate. So you damage your teammate, but you also amplify them. Wow, so he's moving a lot faster. I don't know if he's going to shoot to show us a fire rate increase, but he's definitely moving a lot faster. Dimensional Travel. All players can travel between 2 worlds. Players in each world are invisible to each other. This is looking to be one of my favorite cards in the game, probably. So you activate the card mid-round, and boom, you are in another dimension, and no one can see you. You can pop out whenever you want, hit a flank, and get a free kill. So with this card, you can stack your shard points and have an advantage in future rounds. Next, we have Beauty Sleep. You can sleep to heal yourself. Another way of healing yourself. Let's see the rate at which you heal yourself. So it's pretty slow. You just sit there and you snooze anywhere on the map. Pretty cool. Next, we have Muscle Weakness. Enemy projectiles fall faster. I'm very excited to see what this card is. Offense is going to be hard for them to throw smokes. Use any utility. Definitely going to be a very strong card. You'll have an advantage if you have this card. Next, you have Stealthy Start. For 30 seconds after combat begins, you cannot be exposed. So I'm assuming as soon as the round starts, you cannot get revealed for 30 seconds. You may be able to make some type of play with this or counter the enemy. So next we have Black Hole Traps, which has been teased on their social media. Traps generate black holes when triggered. You have a pathogen trap there. And wow, they're slowed and just going to continually take damage. Next we have Shotgun Charge. Shotguns charge shells when ADS. Wow, this is going to be strong. When firing charged shells, you will be knocked back for a certain distance. Okay, so it knocks you back. Let's see how this looks. 24 damage on charge. Charge. 114 from that range. Keep in mind, this is a semi-auto shotgun, not even the pump. Next, you have Stand Up Straight. Enemies can't crouch or slide. Okay, something to just be annoying to the enemy team. Guess who? Enemies cannot see damage indicators. Ooh, this is going to be a very interesting card. Melon Rinds. Get a throwable melon rind that can make enemies slip. Okay, let's see what this looks like. Okay, the melons are on the ground. Walk into it, and they actually slip and fall on the ground. So they're basically vulnerable in that state. You can catch them off guard. Next, you have Zero Compassion. Players with a KD greater than 1 gain 10% increased rate of fire and 25% damage reduction. Wow. I mean, this is a snowball card here if you're having a game. Next, you have Bigger Bombs. Explosion ranges plus 50%. Okay, it's going to be good with certain Lancers who have explosive abilities. Scan reductions. Range of enemy scanning skills minus 50%. Toxic Traps. Each ally can place 1 Toxic Trap. Toxic Traps generate a poison cloud when triggered, damaging enemies inside. Let's see what this looks like. Everyone on your team will be able to activate this around the map. Okay, that's some good chip damage. Next, you have Hidden Cameras. Treasure transforms into video cameras you can look through. Wow. So around the map, you may be able to catch someone off guard and get intel on a rotate. Except Death's Embrace. A Reaper appears behind injured enemies, slashing anyone in range. Wait. 30 seconds after an enemy takes any damage, a Reaper appears behind them and throws down an execution zone. After a brief delay, it deals 75 damage to any enemy within the zone. The Reaper appears only once for each enemy. So you can counter this if you just get out the way. So it's gonna damage him. And let's see the Reaper. Whoa, that execution zone is large. Next, I have Painting Flash, which I think is going to be a very powerful card. Only 3 shard point cost also. Dropping your primary weapon creates a flashbang. And you cannot be blinded by it. Definitely going to be a very strong card. You can run on someone, flash them, and get a free kill. Next, you have Inherit the Wind. When someone dies, ally skill uses +1. So if your teammate dies, you just get extra skill, which is going to be pretty good and help you in the round to clutch. Time saving skill. Using skills reduces round time by 1 second per usage. So this is going to be good for defender teams. I'm wondering if you plant the bomb and using skills will reduce the bomb timer with this card. Getting headshot exposes all your enemies. Wow, so you just get a free reveal if you get headshot. But can you survive that headshot for the info? Next we have Full Moon. Gain Werewolf Power. The power evolves after the team deals enough damage. Werewolf Power. Injured enemies leave temporary tracks. So you can track an enemy. Once your team deals 200 damage, further attacks will deal damage over time to the enemies. So as a condition to get that extra effect, you have to deal 200 damage. Wow, look at the tracks. It's gonna be hard. Yeah, they're not getting away from you. There's nowhere to hide. Next, you have Peace Treaty. Dropping your primary weapon grants 70% damage reduction. Wow, that's an interesting card name. Loses damage reduction the moment you pick up your primary weapon. Wow, that is a very good name for a card. Quick reload. Reloading time is greatly reduced. Pretty good. Gonna be useful. I don't know if that's worth 3 sharp points though. IP Theft. Destroying an enemy trap generates an identical ally trap. Oh, this is gonna be very useful for offense. Take someone's nitro turret. Next, we have Acrophobia. When the enemy is mid-air, their bullet damage minus 50% for 2 seconds. So if you're on the enemy team, you should not jump at all because you're just going to be at a disadvantage in the gunfight. You're going to deal less damage. Spreading Smoke. Smoke size plus 50%. It's good all-around card. Lingering Smoke. Smoke duration plus 100%. That's another really good card for smokes. Next we have Eagle Eyes. Expose all enemies in line of sight, including enemies in stealth. So this is going to counter a lot of different enemies, like Zephyr. Oh, and here's Zephyr. So you can see Zephyr directly through her invisibility. Next we have Stealth Novice. Enemies expose themselves when they enter and exit invisibility by skills. So if this card's on the board, you may not want to play any characters that have invisibility skills. Quick Charge. Melee text charge time minus 50%. So you may be able to get some melee kills with this. Long-term investment. For every 7 seconds you're alive, shard points plus 0.1. Wow. You can stack a lot of points this round. Short exposure. Effects that expose you do not last as long, so a shorter reveal. Next we have Skill Treasures. Treasure can now drop items that replenish skill uses. How many skills am I going to be receiving? Max utility? I like how they're giving more value to the treasure around the map. Next, we have Mission Bound. You cannot die while planning the converter. Only 2 shard points? Okay, this is an insane card. Only 2 shard points? You have a shield around it. You cannot die at all. But all that damage taken applies after the bomb is down. So you still will die, but you have a guaranteed bomb plan with this. Next, we have two-way portals. Map portals work in both directions. Oh, this is going to be really good for maps like Tundra, where you have portals. A lot of mind games can be played with this card. Hold the pass. Regain HP rapidly when standing on the bridge. So yeah, maps like Black Market, you'll be able to sit on the bridge and gain HP, but that is very slow. Next, we have Drought. Drains on the map are dry. So maps like Neos or Zasakat, it's one of the two. So this just cuts off the rotation into the bomb site. Next, we have Sustained Exposure. Enemies are exposed when sustaining ongoing damage. So it's kind of like tracker rounds. If you shoot someone, they'll be revealed. Or if they take any damage to utility also. Next, we have Deadly Rewind. Your last few bullets zip back into your gun when you reload. When you reload, the last few shots fired retrace their trajectories, dealing damage to any opponents they pass through. You can make so many plays with this. So it's gonna draw on the wall, and you reload and they retract. Let's see if he can kill this enemy. And it does deal damage. That was 81 damage. Toy Traps. Enemy trap damage minus 50%. Mini Traps. Enemy trap range. This is a good counter to Nitro turrets, for example. Next, we have Portal Malfunction. Disable portals on the map. All portals on the map are disabled. Broken Bridge. Disable the bridge on the map. So some of these are map dependent. Bullet Trade. Projectile skills can be replenished with primary weapon ammo. If out of projectile skill uses, hold the skills button to use primary weapon ammo to replenish skill uses. This exchange cannot be made during preparation phase. Say you're Axon or a broker, this is going to be a very useful card for you. Next, we have Blast Suits. Damage taken from enemy explosions minus 20%, and you can add additional shard points to this card to power it. Mini Mags. Enemy mag size and ammo minus 5%, which each point It's going to be useful depending on what weapons you know the enemy team uses, or just reducing their mag size in general. Superhuman. Healing, speed increases, and damage reduction provided by skills. You can add additional sharp points to this times 20%. Next we have high ground. Damage times 10% when on higher ground than your enemy. So looking down on someone, you can add additional sharp points to this card to increase the damage percentage. Next we have healing sight A and healing sight B. So adding sharp points to these cards times 2 HP per second. Foot dragging. Enemy movement speed minus number times 3%. So the amount of sharp points added will determine how slow the enemy team will be. Last but not least, we have weak jumps. So basically counter to jumping if enough sharp points are applied. Leave a like and sub if you were excited for FragPunk. Stay tuned for more content. I will be posting a lot of videos regarding this game. And catch me live at twitch.tv/Pixuy. I will be grinding ranked, trying to hit Punk Master once again. As always, I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day. Goodbye.